The pollution of Santa Monica Bay is a serious issue that was handled with, well, one group's sense of humor today, as paper effigies of Mayor Tom Bradley and 14 LA City Council members were dropped into a toilet.
They have been dumping into Santa Monica Bay as if it were a dirty toilet for almost 30 years.
Every day, from every flush in the basin, every day from Glendale, from Downey, from Silver Lake, sewage flows in a vast underground river to the Los Angeles Hyperion Treatment Plant, where it is treated once and poured into the bay 5 miles out.
Those who are experts in growth figures and growth projections will tell you that we have arrived at where we are today quicker than we had expected that we would.
Every day from the city, 410 million gallons of treated sewage.
I know it's coming from Hyperion right down there, less than 2 miles away.
Every day from the county, another 360 million gallons, making Los Angeles sewage the 10th largest river in the state.
The principal problem, which has been thoroughly documented recently, has been an accumulation of environmentally hazardous substances, pesticides, heavy metals from plating industries, and so on, that have been shown to accumulate in marine organisms and to inhibit their reproductive capacities.
So do you think the bay is safe?
It's not safe for marine organisms. I can say that without any hesitation.
Last summer and early this fall, even though it wasn't raining, this sewage holding tank overflowed, pouring hundreds of thousands of gallons of raw sewage into Bayona Creek near Culver City.
The city didn't even call the lifeguards and tell them to get people out of the water or to stop fishing in raw sewage.
I don't think that anybody wants to see flow of sewage where it isn't supposed to go.
Essentially, these are a front line of any influence that we might get from a migrating sewage effluent plume.
Do you really think the bay is safe to swim in?
I really don't think it is. And if you ask me why am I doing it now, I'm just a stupid creature of habit. I swim in the surf line. And the bottlenose dolphin, who lives in the surf line, is the most polluted mammal on Earth. Well, we're mammals too, you know.
In fact, 15% of all the waste flowing from Los Angeles every day into Santa Monica Bay are toxic. And that's on top of 40 years of using Santa Monica Bay as a toxic dump.
Is there any way you'd swim in water like that?
No way. I don't swim in this stuff.
But Howard Bennett does. He's a long-distance ocean swimmer, and he can remember the days when Los Angeles had only primary treatment and limited secondary treatment of its sewage.
I couldn't even see to the end of my arm. Some days, you know, there'd be brown foam out there.
We can thank Howard Bennett, a Culver City high school teacher, for alerting us and spotlighting this disaster ready to happen.
I taste things in the water, and I used to think, well, it was something I ate, and now I find out it's something somebody else ate.
Altogether this year, there have been 18 such spills, which have dumped a total of 2 million gallons of raw sewage into the ocean.
5 years ago, Captain Rex Odell, a Santa Monica lifeguard, got cancer and died. His death was linked to chemicals coming from the Santa Monica storm drain.
But we have a very active program for improving our processes. We're currently spending $200 million upgrading our solids handling, which will have a dramatic improvement in the amount of solids, particularly heavy metals, toxic organics going out to the ocean.
Scientists have pinpointed 13 other ocean dump sites, collectively making southern waters what one scientist called the worst case of coastal pollution in the world.
Los Angeles has 3 sewer pipes from Hyperion into the ocean. 7 mile, 5 mile, 1 mile.
I'm shocked and amazed at the number of inaccurate statements and irresponsible statements made by somebody that instead of grandstanding in other areas in Los Angeles should be concerned about the problems right in his own community, and specifically Glendale, and a problem with cyanide contamination in the Glendale sewer system.
Now, I don't mean to be strong and emotional, but frankly, anyone who doesn't think we have a problem is either nearsighted, blind, or unfortunately some days have lost their sense of smell.
And in the end, all you can do is weigh the evidence that we have and come to your own conclusions. Mine are, 1, that the Bay is worse off than people are telling us. 2, that the city, the county, the state, and the media are not doing their job. 3, that Santa Monica Bay, pollution in the Bay, is a political bombshell that's soon going to explode in somebody's face. And 4, like toxic waste, people are probably going to have to die from pollution in the Bay before we do anything about it.
Essentially, these are a front line of any influence that we might get from a migrating sewage effluent plume.